Hello, Christie Arkovich, student loan attorney in Tampa, Florida. Um, there is a question that we've been receiving that we want to get some information out on, and that is what about all these deadlines that are coming up? Should I wait? Should I go ahead and act now? What's happening with lawsuits and so forth about Biden's forgiveness programs? There have been a lot of lawsuits filed in the last couple of weeks, mostly stemming over the $10,000 forgiveness. If those lawsuits start to gain credibility and traction within our court system, I think it's imperative that anyone who has a FFEL loan called Federal Family Education Loan, and these are the older federal loans, make sure that you act sooner than later, because that's where the problems arise, is when the government is trying to give forgiveness towards those with the older federal loans. Yes, they're still federal loans, but unfortunately, they were both originated and often are commercially held by private lenders. And so what's happening is those lenders are arguing they have standing in order to keep the loans within their portfolio, basically, where they earn servicing revenue. And so if they gain traction, some of the relief that has been afforded to those with FFEL loans is going to be denied. And so it's important that even though, like we expect for the IDR waiver program, the deadline currently is December 31 of this year, 2022. I'm starting to lose track now. We have heard word that it's going to likely be extended. Even though it probably will be extended, I don't think anyone should wait, because if you do, there's a good probability that that relief could be taken away at some point and you won't be eligible. We've already seen that happen. With the $10,000 forgiveness, one of the things that the Biden administration did in about a week or so ago, they basically said that anyone who had not already consolidated from a FFEL loan to a direct loan would not receive the $10,000 forgiveness, $20,000 if you have a Pell Grant. We had no warning of that. We did not even know that was being discussed. I don't think it came up until one of the lawsuits basically started that conversation within the Department of Ed. And so we had no warning. We had no way of getting out to folks this information that, hey, don't wait until the deadline, do it now. And so we've got some people out there that probably, I think there's 8 million FFEL loans that haven't been consolidated yet. And those folks aren't going to get the $10,000 forgiveness. Now, you will get other things. So that means go ahead and do the consolidation to a direct loan, because you still are eligible for the IDR waiver program, which is really, really good. That's basically giving you credit towards forgiveness for these extended forbearances that you might have had. And some of those have been for years. It also will make your loans eligible for the new income-driven plan, which is expected to come out in July of next summer. That's huge. That's going to be a payment of only 5% of your discretionary earnings. And they're changing the calculations of how those discretionary earnings are computed so that the payment will be quite a bit lower than the existing 10% program under repay or income-based, which is 15%. So you don't need to know all the details about that, but essentially that income-driven plan in July is going to be huge. It's going to lower a lot of folks' payments, and that is basically a huge issue for our clientele, because many of our clients make good money, but they have expenses that cannot be counted and they still can't afford their student loan payment. So that waiver program, we're not only waiting for the waiver program, but we're also really anxious to hear about the income-driven plan that's coming out in July of next year. I'm in a campground. There's a couple bugs around. So don't wait. That's the moral of the story. Don't wait. Even though the deadlines are in the future, the rug could be pulled out from under you if some of these lawsuits gain traction. So please consolidate your loans. If you have any questions about consolidation, reach out to us. The best way to reach us is info@christiearkovich.com by email or by phone. You can call our intake office, 813-258-2808, to set up a one-on-one consultation. I occasionally will answer questions on these YouTube videos, but really, if you have further questions about the specifics of your loan, it's best to do a consultation so that we can spend the time that is necessary to look exactly to see what you have and make our recommendations. There are some caveats, like for instance, if you have Parent Plus loans, you never want to combine them with your own, and what a consolidation will do, the benefits and disadvantages. So, be sure you know what you're doing, but remember, the deadlines are there for a reason. And so if you can make it ahead of time, I would ask that you please consider doing so. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day.